The Dogecoin Millionaire is apparently just the gift that keeps on giving. This guy just has such crazy takes. And he put out a tweet that overall is just insane. The whole thing and the whole premise behind it is just crazy and just is someone who is trying to sell you this dream, which is weird because unless he's getting paid to promote some of these tokens, I just don't see why he would be trying to act like this. But he just says some crazy things. So this is the tweet that he put out here with everything just so much crazy stuff going on here. Starts saying, I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you want to make some serious money this bull run, do not buy Bitcoin. Seriously, you might 3x at best. If Bitcoin goes to 200K, that's about as much as you're gonna get. The best bull case scenario is $250,000, still only a 3.5x. So first of all, I don't know why people talk like this, say, oh, you're only gonna 3x your money. Like, the best case scenario, you're only gonna 3x. If you, let's just make up this scenario, say over the next 4 years, say the epoch, right? If Bitcoin 3x's a 300% increase, if you're gonna look at that and say, God, what terrible. That's so terrible. Almost 100% a year, almost doubling your money every year. God, that's terrible. That's so bad. Then I mean, I just don't know what to tell you. Like, you're better off buying a lottery ticket because that's what these altcoins are and these scam coins. They are just lottery tickets. That's all people are hoping. They're praying that they buy the right one at the right time because the people who actually get rich and actually make all of the money in that altcoin space 90% of the time are the developers who make the coin, who give themselves stuff for free and then dump it on the market when they launch it, or the people who advertise the coins who get paid up front and make money that way. So to sit here and say, God, you shouldn't buy Bitcoin, it's only gonna 3x. And even at that, I don't like people who say like it's going to 3x because nobody knows, right? At the end of the day, if Bitcoin stays the exact same price, like the fundamentals of Bitcoin are still there, right? The factors of it, of being uncensorable, unconfiscatable money that you can send anywhere on the planet instantaneously, that's valuable, right? But to say like all this stuff is just so dumb, and then to go on and say if you want to make money and you're currently holding Bitcoin, sell it immediately. So like what? This is insane, especially coming from, you know, someone who is holding his biggest coin that he loves so much, Dogecoin, that is losing to Bitcoin. Dogecoin is going down against Bitcoin. So if you had sold your Bitcoin to buy Dogecoin, you would have less money. You would have less value. So if you did this, you would be losing. And then the real insane thing coming here saying, what does this mean? This means buy Doge, buy AVAX, buy ADA, buy Solana, or anything in the top 10, 15 of crypto, and you'll do fine. Great financial advice from the Dogecoin Millionaire. If you want a greater upside, buy Brett, buy Whiff, buy Pepe, and buy Floki. You can't go wrong buying the top 10 meme coins right now. Anything in the billions market cap will see multi-billions in bull. Anything between 10 to 100 million market cap will give you the greatest returns out of everything, but you can also very easily just go down to zero. So even he admits here, like the entire thing here is you're buying a lottery ticket. Whatever money you put in there, you better be prepared to ride it to zero and never be able to get that money back, because there is a great chance that that is the exact situation that you go down buying these random coins. And to just look at this stuff where he says, you know, anything in the top 10 to 15, you'll do great. Anything that's in there, you'll do fantastic. Trust him. And then if you want even greater, you go to these even weirder meme coins that have already pumped and already have super hype and already people made a bunch of their money, or the devs already sold out and they took the money and ran. But don't worry, you could still make so much money, right? And just last point here, to be Bitcoin people, anyone who's coming to anything and saying, trying to tell you you can get rich quick doing this, like they're lying to you, or they have something to sell you. They have some way of getting money out of you that benefits them. If anyone is telling you that they can get you rich quick, they're just straight up lying to you, because nobody can do that. Nobody knows how to do that, because if they all did, they'd be doing it for themselves. If they knew how to make $100 million in a month, why would they tell you what to do, but not just do it themselves? Like, why would they do that? But if we look at this, obviously he says the top 10 to 15, you'll do fine. You will be a billionaire. But so let's see. Let's see what would happen historically, right? For the top 10 or coins that used to be top 10, right? So this is from 2013, right? December 2013. Here's your top 10 coins. You got Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ripple, Peercoin, Namecoin, Cork, Megacoin, BitShares, Feathercoin, and Primecoin. Now, out of all of those top 10, there's only two that are even still in the top 10 to this day. One of them keeping their spot, being Bitcoin. Bitcoin's still number one. Ripple was number three. I think it's like six now. We can see right now. Yeah, Ripple is six right now, was three. So that's fallen down. Litecoin, nowhere near the top 10, right? It's falling way down. And if you look at Bitcoin, $955 per coin. All of these have underperformed that. Most of these don't even exist anymore. They would be worth zero. And then Litecoin and Ripple are the only things even relevantly around, and they've lost to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, if you had put money in Bitcoin, you'd be much better off than if you put money in any of these other two coins. So out of these top 10 in 2013, only one kept their spot, Bitcoin, and only one other one is even in the top 10 still, and it's falling, and it's in sixth right now. Go to another one. How about this? 2016, not too long ago. You got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, Monero, Ethereum Classic, Dash, MadeSafeCoin, NEM, and STEM. Now, you've probably, if you came around like 2020, probably never heard of anything besides Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and Litecoin. Maybe Monero, maybe, but these top four here, you've probably heard of these top four. It's only Bitcoin keeping the spot number one, only Ethereum still number two, and Ripple was number three, and it's falling again. And Litecoin, again, fell out of here. So, but again, of these top four, right, obviously only Bitcoin and Ethereum are holding their spots. Litecoin's fallen way out of the top 10. Ripple falling down to 6 too. All of them still lost to Bitcoin over this term. Even Ethereum. Let's look at Ethereum, because that's the only one that you could even say, oh my God, it's so great. But against Bitcoin, it's still gone down. Like we can see right here, this is the Ethereum chart, right? Peaked up here 2017, and then it's just been down since then. So it's not made a new all-time high against Bitcoin, even though people say, oh, it outperformed Bitcoin in 2020 and 2021 or whatever. But it didn't. It didn't make a new all-time high against Bitcoin, right? So this is its peak in 2017. It hasn't been back there since. So it's underperformed Bitcoin. If you would have just bought Bitcoin and put your value in Bitcoin, you would perform better than putting it into Ethereum. So when people are saying, oh, these top 10 coins, like he says here, top 10, 15, you'll be fine. We see that's not the case, right? Historically, like these top 10 from 2013, it's not the same. Bitcoin's the only one keeping its spot. The top 10 coins from 2016, only Bitcoin and Ethereum keeping their spot, and Ethereum also losing to Bitcoin still with the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, right? So it's just insane that I see this even more from not even just him. A bunch of people do this. A bunch of people look at these top 10 coins and say, oh, because this is a top 10 coin, it's always going to be a top 10 coin. And when the bull market starts, it's going to go crazy. And that's just not the case. That's happened every single time. Every time there's coins in the top 10, people say, this is amazing, this is so great. But the thing is that all these altcoins, 99% of them, are just scams. They're just liquidity grabs to take money from your pocket and put it into whoever created its pocket. So when they become this top 10 coin at that time, it doesn't matter, because the next time there's another bull run or whatever, the creators will move on to a new shiny thing to sell you to make more money from that, because they can't do it with their old projects. So the top 10 thing, it just doesn't matter. But I guess it is crazy to see. I mean, maybe not crazy, right? I'd fully expect this from the Dogecoin Millionaire, from any altcoiners who sit there and hate on Bitcoin because they say, oh, it's too slow, it's too this, it's too that, when they're all losing to Bitcoin over a long enough time period. So it's just crazy. And on top of that, to sit here and say Bitcoin won't make you rich. Like, most people obviously are going into this thing trying to get rich, which will end up not making you anything and probably keeping you poor, because you're going to lose a lot of your money trying and get rich quick. But if you use Bitcoin, as people say it is, as a savings technology to just store your wealth and know that it can't be devalued, then over a long enough time period, your value will be stored in there successfully. It won't be devalued like it will if you have money in a savings account. And if you're buying these altcoins, just know you're buying a lottery ticket. That's really all you're doing. You are just hoping that maybe someday, somehow, you can get a bunch of money off of this. It's the exact same thing as going down, playing the Powerball, and hoping that you get the right numbers and win the jackpot. That's gonna do it for this video. As always, remember to smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.